Right. What is going on, everyone? My name is Tom from Dreadlabs. It is Friday, the 7th of May already. We're approaching halfway 2021 already, which is crazy. Anyways, it is a Friday afternoon, and as usual here at Dreadlabs, we kick off the weekend with a live stream. I got my live stream beats here set up because we do background music now. And something that might be different to you is, if you look at the screen in the bottom left, is that I'm using a Windows computer right now. And I've had this computer for a while already, but this is the first time I'm doing some Adobe stuff with this. And as you can also probably see, I don't know if you can properly see it, but it's also in Dutch. And that is because my laptop, well, it didn't really break down or anything, but I had a lot of issues with background music on my laptop, and yeah, the OBS screen recording and all of that is just taking its toll. So I thought, let's just use this supercomputer that I have laying around, live streaming on that. So yeah, that's the reason why I tried to do this, but I installed Illustrator on my computer like last minute. So yeah, that's why it's Dutch, and why none of my usual settings are here. I'm also working on a way bigger screen than on my laptop, which is also pretty new to me. So there might be some stuff to I don't know, maybe I'll make a few errors or something like that, you know what I mean? But it's all good. Now I kind of want to pop out the chat here. What's up, everyone? What's up, Alejandro, Koyotov, Hardcore, Mai, Danielle, Quasi, and Heeks PSD? How are you all doing? Hope you had a great week. The first question to start off the stream is, how was your week? Did you have work to do? Did you just have school or something like that? Maybe you just had to work a week off. Maybe you worked on some really cool projects. Let me know in the chat what you've been up to this week and what your plans are for the weekend. In the meantime, what we are going to do today is, if you go to this folder here, I got a scan of a logo that we sketched last week in my notebook. And the plan is to digitalize this in this stream. Probably will have a little bit of trouble with navigating, as I haven't really been using the navigate buttons because I have a touchpad on my MacBook. So that might be a little bit slower than you're used to. Might be better for you if you're a beginner. Might be a little bit slow for you, or maybe a little bit annoying for you if you're an intermediate or something. But yeah, like I said, we're just gonna try and see what we can make of it. So the idea for this was a custom letter for the word EXO, EXO, which is from a concept called Exoterra, based on, as you might have guessed, the Evangelion logo, which is the main inspiration for this. But yeah, I just wanted to show you today's process and how we can digitalize this. What's up, Low Res Lab, Zartrax, Eddie, Bastion? How are you doing? So yeah, I think we should just go and get started. Let me just make sure that I can properly see my chat here at the top or something. All right. So yeah, before we start, I just have one more request. If you feel like donating, don't feel obligated to, but it will really help the channel out. It will really help me out as a person. It will give me more opportunities to create more and better content for you guys. So yeah, there's that. And if not, don't worry about it and just enjoy. Sit back, relax, and yeah, have a good time. So the first thing we want to do here is let's reset the view here. We want to kind of center this, and the way we want to do that is we have the grids in Illustrator, so we can pop this up with Control and I don't know what it's called in English, the quote button, I guess, the hair quote thing. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, we can have a grid that will match up with our usual with the dotted grid on our sketch. So if we go to our another document setting, so this is the problem. I usually work with Illustrator in English, and now I have to do it in my native language, which is weird. But if we go to the guidelines and our grid, I am going to change this to 110. And I'll click OK. And as you can see, the grid is now changed. And now we want to select our sketch. We'll go to Window, Opacity, or Transparency. And we'll lower this to like, I don't know, maybe 15%. A little bit higher at first, so we can still see the dots here. And see if we can kind of match these up. And I want to go to View, and I want to click off Smart Guides, so we can just freely transform this and change it around. So Koyotov Studio is asking me, how did you learn how to make these cool things? Is it a book or something? I just taught myself everything. Yeah, but it takes a lot of practice, finding a lot of inspiration, but in the end you will you get something back in return, I guess. So let's see if we match these up. So in the width we are good to go. The grids are kind of like matching up now. Maybe we have to rotate a little bit at the top. So yeah, this I said this in the last stream, but I never had any like experience in lettering other than like practicing and watching other people do it. But I never went to like well, I went to a design school, but it wasn't graphic design, and I didn't really learn to create letters or custom typefaces. I just taught that myself, and that's why I'm doing these streams for you guys, because I feel like there aren't a lot of people actually teaching you this stuff. But now if I look at the dots here at the grid, I think we are good to go. I think they match up quite nicely with our grid that we set up in Illustrator. Also, for the people new in the stream, feel free to ask me questions during the process of this, and I'll try to answer them as thoroughly as possible. So we will lower the opacity to I think about 25 now, because we don't really need the grid anymore, only like the sketch. Let's do 10%. And the layer menu, I actually want that down here. I know you guys cannot see it properly, so I'll move it up a little bit. And I want to lock this up. So now basically we have a free, we basically have this connected to a grid, but as you can probably see, this is obviously a sketch, and that means that this isn't like accurately done, obviously, as it is done in pencil. Anyways, let's turn on the Smart Guides again by pressing Ctrl or Command U, and then we want to snap to grid. I'm not sure if we've done that already. No, we haven't. So what we're going to do is press Command or Control, Shift, and the quote button. And now, as you can see, let's zoom in a little bit. This will automatically snap to all of the squares in the grid here, which is what we want. So we can kind of go for like a symmetrical thing, but we can just mirror it afterwards, which is I think what we want to do. And just to get an idea of what it looks like if we like kind of follow the lines here, let's just start with a pen tool and see if we can trace a logo. So let me just make sure that we have a stroke set up on our, what do you call it? Line. Yeah, very difficult word to remember, a line. Nice talk. So I kind of want to see what happens if we match this line up with the same like angle as this thing here. But yeah, this is a little bit too steep for what it is. So let's just, without like any rules or anything, just see where this, like following the sketch thing, brings us. And the way we can mirror this is by pressing O on our keyboard. This will bring up the mirror tool, reflection tool. And we click on the anchor point here, and then by holding Alt or Option on our keyboard, click here, and we'll make a copy. And there you have it, we have mirrored this now. You can just delete that, and here. I think I just accidentally used the brush there. Anyways, what we can do now is, if we fill this up, we get a better idea of what the actual shape looks like, and I'm not really content with that yet. But let's just sketch everything out and see where this all brings us. For some reason it also keeps bringing me back to the brush, I'm not sure why. Probably like an old shortcut thing that I deleted on my MacBook or something. Okay, so what's happening here is I want to use this as one shape, because these are actually separate, but we can just cut that out later, I guess. So we'll go like this, and this. Alright, so another question for you guys in the chat. What did you have on repeat this week? I already talked about that in my podcast, which we aired last Wednesday, I think. Yeah, you guys sent me a lot of suggestions on Instagram, which was really nice because I was in need of listening to a few more albums. And basically what I did was I listened to Nurture, the new album by Porter Robinson, as well as Boy, like an album of Chris Deaton Anthony. I'm not sure if I recall the artist's name correctly, but it was a really cool album as well. Someone suggested that to me because I dig Toro y Moi. I'm not really sure if I pronounced those names right. I hope I did. So yeah, you can see what I would like to do is expand this and this shape so we can properly cut like this little shape here, so that the like hole or the space in between these like kind of like starts matching up, if that makes sense. I'll show you what I mean like in a few minutes. The nice thing about this about this piece of work is that we only have to use like straight lines instead of like what you call angled lines, like circles and stuff like that. We'll do that in another video though, because I've promised you guys that I would also do like a heavy metal logo type thing. Okay, so let's see what is. Okay, so everything here except for this line is basically mirrored, but then we also have these parts in between. Let's sketch those as well. You see that I do this myself. automatically. Maybe it's because of my keyboard. Anyways, you'll see that this is these shapes are overlapping, and I do that not because it looks better or something, but it's I'm gonna cut this like off later anyways, so there's really no point in me like trying to do it perfectly, because I'm just like perfecting it later, I guess. Anyway, so now I'm gonna just grab all of these shapes that I need to duplicate. So basically every shape except for this one. We'll go back to the center of our drawing again and flip it. Now looking at it, starts looking pretty cool. MF Doom. I didn't he like pass away last year? I feel like he's one of those like, well, not underground artists, but like one of those artists who has like a really big like cult following, which is really cool. I dig that. But it's sad he passed away. So these lines will be a little bit more like thin, because this is supposed to be an O and this is supposed to be an E. And I will draw like the line in here as well. So I don't know about you guys, but for some reason I always like prefer unreleased music over released music, and then I listen to like the music live or something, and then like once it comes out I'm like, okay, this is really cool still, but yeah, it's kind of like I find that like I'm done with it then or something. That makes sense. It's really stupid because it doesn't really make sense at all, but still. So what we can do is see if we can sync these lines up. Okay guys, I'm getting cold on my phone real quick. Let me just see if I can take this. I'll be back in just a second. There's like a company calling me about like spammy stuff, which is annoying. But yeah, if you didn't know, I'm using my iPhone as a webcam, which is why like my camera tends to like split as soon as I get cold or like my alarm goes off or something like that, you know. So yeah, sorry for the inconvenience, but I will be back in just a minute. So one thing you might want to do, and I didn't realize this because this is a new computer, but I turn off the snap to pixel and I only leave on the snap to grid. And let's turn on the webcam again. We're back. All right. Already did he die in the Year of the Mask? That's odd, to say the least, I guess. So yeah, what happens if you also sync to pixel is that these like pixels stop snapping to the actual grid. It's a little bit unfortunate because I've only realized this now. Like they're not like 100% snap to the grid. I don't know why that's a thing. It just, there's probably a reason for it, but to me it just looks buggy. Also, we can just delete this half for now instead of these two like shapes. I wonder if like artists actually like if the artist would have wanted that or not. Oh. You know what I mean? Like let's say like I don't know if there wasn't really like when I read the article, there wasn't really like a reason of death, so I'm not really sure. But did he knew he was dying? And if so, was there? Yeah, I wonder if he like asked his label like, okay, you can just release like my music after I'm gone or something. Right. Okay, so what we can do now is, what might be cool is if we make sure that this like line would have intersected this part. Okay, so we can just, what we're gonna do is like this line here, let's make this one like magenta or something. This is a guideline. We're not gonna use this in the final logo. But what we do is we will keep this here. I'll make a copy and paste it in place. And I'll make it visible. And I can use the other one. If we go to the, where is it? The Pathfinder menu. And punch it out. Like that. And basically that's how we're gonna approach these. So another way we can approach it is, for example, we want this, the bottom line of this one. How we can just now grab this line here, and we can see, okay, this the width of this like line was 3 squares, right? 1, 2, 3. And we'll hide that back up again. What we can do with that information is, okay, how big is this? This is, let's go to properties, 30 pixels. Now if you select this, and would this thing remember my shortcuts? I don't think so, right? No, it doesn't. I think it's like extend path or expand path. But yeah, we can just use like 30 pixels here. And let's see what it looks like if we punch that out here. And let's connect this. So this space here is also like 3 like squares, I guess. But it feels a little bit too much horizontally over like vertically. So we'll do like less. We'll connect this first. Also, I don't know about you guys if you have like a native language which isn't in English, but the Dutch translation of Photoshop is just, it's so bad. Half of the time it doesn't even make sense. Okay, this is better. So we took 50% of like the width here. I'm gonna do the same here actually. So we're just gonna move these upwards. Or let's see. Okay, I'm gonna select this shape. We'll ungroup these because we want to keep everything separate. We want to again go to path, offset path. That's what it's called. Thank you so much, Santiago. So yeah, 15 pixels. Like, okay, so the literal translation of this was, instead of like offset path, it was like move the path. Like move, like there's so many like ways to say that, right? Okay. So what we want to do now is I want to extend these. So like here and here. And now like this, if I remove this pink one, this doesn't follow like that shape anymore. So what I want to do is I want to create another copy of that magenta shape. I'll paste it in the front and I'll cut it off. I'm still getting used to the command and the control buttons being switched around. So yeah, now it's again synced up with this like gap here. And now we can use this offset part and cut it out. Oh, which wrong one. Yeah, like this. French translation is bad as well, Persian as well, Indonesia. Okay, so we're not the only ones. Also, I just prefer it in English because there's so much more tutorials in English in Photoshop than like in Dutch, you know what I mean? If I would be doing this channel completely in Dutch, I wouldn't be able to meet all of you guys, talk to you guys online, and yeah, for you to watch my videos, you know what I mean? So I appreciate like that there's actually like a language that we can all use, you know what I mean? Anyways, okay, cool. I think the E here, at least this part of the E, is pretty much done. They actually are dropping an NFT in the name of X. That's weird. This guy doesn't even know what an NFT is, because he's passed away like 3 years ago already, right? It just seems a little bit cash grabby, if you know what I mean. Okay, so what happens if we... I want these lines to sync up, so... We just had it. Is this it? No, it's not. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna select the shape. Gonna paste it in the front. I'm gonna bring it all the way to the front here, and I'm gonna make it green so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so basically we want this top green line here to extend all the way over here, so we can use the same angle to cut this like piece out, right? So the way we're gonna do that is we're just gonna delete this point and this point. And now if we go to transform and scale, and we scaled it up 200%. And the line is still completely synced up because there's only like 2 points that we have to take into account, which is nice. And now we can just use this to cut this part out, and let's see if it actually overlaps. So no, I need to put this part like a little bit more upwards, like this. Revolver, you don't know that you can actually translate it back to English, but you just have to like deinstall all of like Creative Cloud, I think, or at least that's what it used to do. I don't think, as far as I know, they still didn't fix that issue. I wonder who like decides upon like making an NFT for X. Would it be his parents or something, or you know, it's just odd, I guess. Like who decides that? Yeah. Anyways. I guess so. What we can do is I'm just gonna duplicate this part. See, okay, these are kind of like the same angle, so I guess we could sync those up. So we're just gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna copy it one more time, put it all the way to the front, change the stroke color to blue so you guys can see what I'm doing once more. We'll delete these 2 points. And we'll scale this up again. So we'll go to right click, transform, scale, and we'll do 200%, which is enough, I think. And now we're gonna turn off our like smart guides for a second, or at least our snap to grid, because we want these to snap together. Sorry, there was a fly in front of my face. So Danielle, I highly suggest you get like a dotted notebook, or maybe like even like these old like what are they called? Like the math. I used to have mathematics in them, like a sketchbook, I guess, and you can just like try to dabble around with these. I would love to hear that I would have inspired you to do something like this. So yeah, as you can see, the lines here, we now have like a proper like cut that we want to take. So we can just join these together, and now we have like a triangle. I'm just gonna keep one around, and I'll make it invisible, and I will lower the line width. Yeah, and that also wouldn't be a surprise until like Lil Peep or maybe even Mac Miller or something. I don't know about Mac Miller actually. We'll cut this out. Wait. We'll select both of these and we'll draw. So any tips on learning how to draw? What I used to do is, I'm not the best like logo designer or drawer. Yeah, I'm not good at drawing or anything. So what I did was I just checked out like multiple people who actually were able to do it, and I guess like try to recreate it like from looking at it, and then just practicing all over again. I know it sounds like a little bit like anticlimactic, but that's actually the only way to get better at this. What I would also like to do is have this point sync up with that point. Did I already snap back to... Okay, I didn't. So let's snap back into the grid here. Once more, we will take this like square here. I'll put it to the front. Okay, red color here. That was a little bit too much, right? And we will scale this. Oh, line up again. And what I want to do now is, I don't think that this angle needs to be changed, but I want this line to go down. So now if we turn off our sync to the grid, we just move this around freely. And you can see that there's line extension, like it's saying that. And at some point you get line extension and like crossing this point. So if we delete this, these will sync up. And now I'm kind of like doubting myself, like should I do this? And let's make the line invisible so we can see. Looks a little bit better, right? Yeah, I kind of like it that way. I want to keep this space, I guess. I want to leave it the way it is because I like there that the like room here is bigger than the room here, because these like the type is also like kind of extending outwards. Okay, so we got this one, this and like this part covered. I'm not really sure about this like triangle thing yet, but we'll see. Let's see if we can use these, like the same line again here, the one with the blue triangle. Just copy that one again. Wait, that's the wrong one. Let's make this like orange or something. I want to use this line here. See if we can like use that to cut off this part. What's up, EV Light Art? How you doing? And that's actually like I don't know if I said it already, but that's actually a really good advice, Revolver. Let's see. I'll scale this up until it goes like all the way past our letter there. What's up, Tees? How you doing, mate? Long time no see, man. So for people in chat, Tees is actually we used to be enrolled in the same like IT school, like I don't know, maybe like 8 years ago or something. And he's been a somewhat active member on the Dreadlabs community. He participated in Creatober, made some really cool 3D works. How have you been doing, man? Let's see. Yeah, now we can just use this part to cut that out. So we'll draw like a big shape around it. Create a copy of it and I'll make it invisible for in case I need it later. And I'll punch it out. What's my file size? So my file size is just 3000 by 3000 pixels, and then the grid is set to this. Oh wait. is it? So my grid is set to 100 pixels and 10 subdivisions. So basically, I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, if I'm not mistaken, or like 30 in total, like going all the way from these like smaller squares. Anyways, what I would like to do with this line is I'm gonna make a copy. Oh, that is not making a copy. Still need to get used to this. What's it called with this new keyboard? So I moved it over 3 spaces, which means 30 pixels, which is also the same distance here. And now we can just use the second orange one, the one on the right here. Dude, I still need to dive back into Attack on Titan. I only saw season 1, I think. Oh wait, what I'm doing? Glad I'm able to help, Santiago. Alright, and now we make this one invisible again. Okay, this spacing and like the angle, it connects to this one. And it also like does the same thing as here, which is nice. Then what I actually want to do is turn this off again. Make a duplicate of this. Oh wait, no. Okay, so I'm gonna copy these 2 anchor points. Oh wow. I guess I need to watch it then. Also, Santiago, quick little no, like the way that I got into Illustrator, or the way that I got into like making vector artworks and doing this stuff, is I actually did illustrations in Illustrator. Like I used a Wacom tablet and stuff. It's pretty cool. Okay, we can use this line now to like, cut off this part of the shape, because I don't really dig this part here. Like I wanted to take like a bite out of it, but I thought it would be cool to use this thing again. Like, okay, so disconnect these points. So now we have 2 separate ones. And actually the other one, so I'm gonna move this. Yeah, okay, so what we can do is see. We'll duplicate these points again. Go 30 like pixels to the right again. I can delete this point here. And transform it again so we have a bigger one. What's up, Access? I am actually using a grid. But for this I'm not really doing it, but I'm keeping myself to my set of rules. Right, so now this is all connected properly. I can just duplicate this. Wait. Just join these back together. And what I can do then is make a path which aligns perfectly with the path there. And we'll make sure that it still syncs up. And then we can just use these two. Oh wait. Well, we know from the red line onward where we want to like where the this line of the like kind of the bite out of it is, and I thought it might be cool to use this angle again to go back into the line. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select both of these. What do you mean, Danielle? Sometimes I just did a big workaround to something that can be done easily. I tend to do that sometimes because my brain works that way. Anyways, let's turn off these smart guides again, or the grid. Turn off the snap to grid again. And what I want to do is I want to make a square here to. Wait. What's up, Lamarck? Thank you. So okay, now we have a separate line here. We can just use it as a key object to align this thing to. I can get rid of these extra lines here. And I can get rid of this one. So now let's say like I want to align this, but it doesn't like how do you call it? Snap. So what I do is I make like a rectangle here, and then it will snap to the rectangle. I can join these, and now it's just purely there's a lot of Brazilian people watching Dreadlabs right now, which is pretty cool. What time is it in Brazil? So I want to keep the line to the exact angle like this, and you'll see that because it will say like line extension. And now cross paths with this one, and now I can do the same here. So I want to keep on line extension. Okay, now we have a bite out of the logo thing, or the bottom thing. Oh, so wait, you mean like working without the like the Illustrator grid and just using one that you make with the polar grid, with the grid tool, or you mean just like freehanding this without the sketch? All right. So I want to just close the shape up. And what I want to do now is I want to go to Object, Path, and add anchor points. Or not add anchor points, sorry, offset path. Hey, let's see, can we... I think 15 is, or 30 is too much, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's go with 15 here. And we'll go with 15 on this one as well. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I never realized that like Dreadlabs was a thing there. So what I want to do now is I want to drag this outward. So I'll color this in for you guys. So sorry, still have to get a little bit used to my keyboard here. Anyways, we want to use the outer shapes here, these ones, the red outlined ones. To cut out the like green shape. Like this. And same with this kind of like line. I kind of want to have this line extended. Ah, yes, with the grid tool. Yeah, that's a very good idea because that will actually snap. I get what you mean now. Yeah, this is kind of the same, but yeah, I don't know. I just prefer this way. I think it can be done in both ways. Let's see. Okay, we have a copy now. I'll make it a little bit better visible for you guys. You can just delete all the excess anchor points that we don't need. Tiny mouse. Oh, you mean this part? It's a Cyber Mickey Mouse. Oh, wait. Let's lock the underlying path so we don't delete that accidentally. And we go with the scale again. And we punched out, so these like lines all synced up again. Yeah, sure. Okay, so what I did was I need this like to be synced up, right? Oh. So firstly, what I do is I select this shape, I copy it, and I press Ctrl F on my keyboard, which basically makes it copy in the same place. So I have like one shape here that's like green, and the one that we started with is the same one. I'll lock the bottom one here, and we only need these two lines here, so that's why I just made a copy of the shape. So with the direct selection tool, we'll remove all of the anchor points, So we will only be stuck with this green like line here. What's up, Don Bram? Thanks, Tees. It's I just can't wait to get a proper camera because this is my iPhone and it's just one of those like little annoying things, you know, the quality and like I was just getting called in the stream earlier and my camera went out. So anyways, we could right click, scale, and because we scale a line that only has 2 anchor points, you basically just extend the anchor points of the line. And now we want to use this line like to cross to delete basically this excess part of this shape. So what I just do is I fill this shape in. Now I can use the green shape to punch out this shape. So I'll put this like shape to the front here. Select both of them. And then in the Pathfinder menu, I will click minus front. And there you have it. I hope this explained it a little bit, lobby sounds. Okay, so what I want to do next is I think I want to do the same thing, but then with this part, and I want to cut off that shape. So again, we'll put this to the front. Let's lock all of our layers first, so we can just delete everything in the current shape instead of like doing everything that's underneath, deleting everything that's underneath, I mean. Okay, so we have our line again. We'll scale it up by going to transform, scale. Oh, it's a little bit too big, right? So yeah, as you can see, here we go, if we go to line view, this is already like crossing it properly. Like if it would be crossing like this, I would like this line to be over it, so you can just like this intersection and this intersection can be the new like ends of the shape, if you know what I mean. So now we can just go like this. And we'll unlock all of the layers again, except for the sketch. And there we have it. All right, I think we're pretty much like, the only thing that we still need to do is these parts and then this like part of the E, and then we have to like flip it up. What's up, Pigs God? How are you doing? All right, so basically we're going to do the same thing here with these 2 shapes. What I kind of want to see is if we can use this like angle here from these 2 and use the same line for that. So I'm just gonna go make this one invisible for a second. Yep, definitely based on Evangelion, Neo Eva. So what I mean is I want to go like this. No, extend it properly. Oh, no, I'm actually gonna do the same technique one more time. Sorry, it's kind of getting old, but I just like the way that it makes it kind of easy to, I don't know, you know, use like a like an angle of a line to cut something out. Illustrator Ninja Chop. Sounds really cool. Anyways, I kind of want to... Oh yeah, what we can do now is if we sync this to our grid, I think he should be in the same place, right? Or no? And this is where the grid from, who said again, Danielle, I think. This is at these points is where the grid tool comes in handy. Anyways, this is synced up now. Let's go back to into this again, and we can use the blue shape to cut out the other one again, like this. All right. we can use those colored ones and we can make them invisible again. What's up, Max? Yeah, of course, the all the live streams will always be saved, so you can always watch the past live streams on my channel. Also, part 1 where we make the actual sketch. And the good thing is that you can probably also watch it at ×2 speed, which is also, I think, nice if there's, because we are, how far are we in right now? Yeah, we're like 40 minutes in right now, so yeah, that saves a lot of time. Anyways, let's select both of these. And I think we're gonna go with the 15 pixel offset path again. All right. Actually, I'm gonna, before I do that, I actually wanna see, okay, make it invisible for a while, so we have the cutoff pad here. At what angle we should do these? Oh, did I accidentally delete? Oh no. So maybe I want to sync this like line up with this one. Is this? Yeah, this is still synced to like. Okay, so what we can do here is. So this goes up, so this goes 2 to the right and then 5 upwards, right? That's 6 down. It looked a little bit odd. So what's up, Y2K, how are you doing? So the lines are basically, I use them as a guide, and I basically duplicated them if in case I would need them again. But for example, this magenta line here, this one was used earlier in the stream to cut off this part, and also to have it like in the same angle as the bottom like shape part of the shape here. And we did that with cutting out these like spaces in between here and here and here. So yeah, basically that's what they're for. What I want to do now is I want to do the same thing one more time. So like this. It's gonna get cut off anyway. But I was just wondering what happens if we like follow this part, like. So, okay, now it looks a little bit complicated, but don't worry, we're gonna fix this. We'll make this invisible again, and this will, or this visible again, sorry. So we're gonna use the blue to cut out the green here. And as easy as that, we now have a shape that's synced up like this, synced up like this, synced up like this, and synced up like this. So basically in all angles. I'm pretty satisfied with this actually, and the only thing that I want to fix is this thing because it looks a little bit weird. What could be cool is if we like kind of mirror this or something. Let's see. So if we go to transform and we, or I keep saying mirroring, but because it's a little Dutch translation, I'm sorry. What I mean, of course, is reflecting. Sorry. Yeah, what if we used it like kind of like this? You know what I mean? Like the E. Nah, it goes up. It goes a little bit too. Yeah, it goes upward too much, I guess. What we can do is just like use a. Angle like this, or at least like a vertical one, and then maybe like a contrasting angle. I'll add a anchor point here so we can delete all of these. Okay, let's see what happens if we fill this all up. What it looks like. What's up, David? Yeah, sorry, I explained it in the beginning of the stream, but like my laptop just can't take it anymore. And I had some problems with the background music, so I use my new computer, which is why I'm now on my Windows. Yeah, it's like it takes a little getting used to because I only use this for Cinema 4D and Octane. But yeah, it's been a ride. This is also why my Illustrator is now in Dutch instead of English. Rectangle like the top shape intersected. What's up, Samu? Well, it's not difficult, but yeah, because I used to work a lot in the Windows back in the day, and I've kind of like I had like a month or something to kind of like get back into it. So yeah, it's kind of like working right now, but I'm just not used to use Adobe inside Windows, so it takes a little bit to get like back into it, I guess. So maybe just follow the upper line. All right, yeah, maybe like we use this, like the vanishing points from these. That's a better idea, perhaps. So what we can do is okay, I'm gonna try to make this as visible as possible for you guys so you can see what I mean or what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna scale this up like all the way like this. Gonna do the same thing here. Wait, what did it? Oh, I should select the whole shape. Yeah, I've also used my my own shortcuts for a long time, so this looks probably way better already. We can just ignore this giant triangle for a second. Yeah, I love this. It looks better. So let's make sure that I only like. I'm gonna cut like a big part off of it, so you don't need to worry about that anymore. Hello. Oh wait, should probably close the R shape, right? But yeah, I need to get back into it because like I use a lot of like hotkey shortcuts and I just can't find them anymore because of the new computer. Anyways, okay, let's just group this for a second. I'm gonna grab the reflect tool and reflect it. I do like where it's going though. But we need to do, let's degroup this part and then we can delete this part. And I think this needs to like slim down a little bit. So what I want to do is go to path and use the offset path again. Like in the negative direction. Perhaps like 7.5 pixels each side. Doesn't do that, or does it just... Oh. Samu, you're actually thinking of studying graphic design. I actually have a video on my channel about like whether you should do like graphic design as a study or not. And like you're obviously already working in the music industry as well, which is probably what you want to use it for anyway, right? And in my personal experience, I didn't really need it because I taught everything myself, and every job that I get now is because of my portfolio or because of like a reference from like someone else, you know what I mean? So use this, okay. So yeah, that's why I don't think you need a degree for the things that I do, or probably also for a lot of things that you do. For me, it was like also like because of a lot of incompetence from a lot of teachers. But yeah, there's also like a lot of reasons to go to design school, and I guess it's also like a big difference in every country, you know. So yeah, you guys, yeah, I guess you should just watch my video and see if that helps you out. Okay, so this thing is about 40 pixels in width, so let's go with something like that. Sync this up again. And we'll cut these off. Okay, it looks a lot thicker this way. Let's see if I can use a ruler. I've never really used that tool before, but I think this is how it would work, right? Where is it? Here. Can I not sync this to... Can I snap the ruler? Yeah, Lobby Sound's got a point, as well as like there's also like especially like these specific niche that we are all in, you know what I mean? We could make a copy and just resize it, but then the angle will be different. So that's why I'm like doing it this way. But the width is 41 pixels, right? I guess we're just gonna see if we should do it this way, Daniel. You know what? I'm just gonna try it. Maybe like the angle problem isn't even that bad. Oh, actually, I already know where we should get the angle from. I think we can just borrow it from this like shape here. So what we can do is make a copy. I'm actually so glad that you say that. Ninja Legacy, sorry. A little bit hard to pronounce your name, as always, because I'm really bad at that. But that's actually also really motivating for me to hear, because I that's what also like one of the reasons I started Dreadlabs, is because I wanted to see this content like everywhere, you know. Like I know this would also motivate me a little bit if like other people would do it, you know what I mean? So but yeah, actually what happens is we can do 1, 2, 3 perhaps. Okay, so now I just have like a width of 40 because I just moved these over. Like what was it? So these are 40 pixels apart from each other. But the angle adds up, right? And this is like 30 because we use like 30 here as well. And now we can just use these, I hope. Oh, by the way, guys, for everyone watching right now, all of the things that I'm doing right now, like if you ever get into an argument with an actual graphic designer or something, this is just the way that I do it. So there's no like all these rules that I'm like applying on my design here, those are just done by me. Like I didn't like get this from a book, or this isn't the proper way, I guess, you know what I mean? I'm just doing this because I think it looks good. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. There's probably like a lot of things that I'm doing wrong here, like in the eyes of an actual graphic designer. All right, let's turn off the grid and the I dig it. I really dig it. Let's group it, paste it, have fun, and flatten it out. What's up, Conceptor? How are you doing? Alright, this is actually... Okay, let's move on to a new layer. So we have like... what I like to do when I do a logo or something is I keep everything in one layer. So the first layer is actually like this, like with the sketch and everything. And then the new layer, I'm just going to align this properly to our canvas. Do you often compare yourself to other artists, designers at this point in your work? Well, I've been there, and I still have that sometimes, which is it sucks. And but the thing is, like this, that doesn't motivate me, at least, to keep on like trying to get better, because otherwise every time you would make something and you should be proud of it for like 5 minutes, and then in the next 5 minutes you see someone who does it better on Instagram and you feel disappointed. So that's why I would suggest like taking a social media hiatus, deleting like your Instagram app for like only like maybe 2 days, and then dive back into it so you can focus on the creative process, getting better at it, and actually feel a sense of accomplishment and feel better about yourself for maybe not even like 10 minutes, maybe like even for a day or something, you know? You should be proud of yourself for achieving something. You should be proud of yourself for improving. And sometimes just like you get kind of like punished for that if you know what I mean. So that's why I would advise you to take a quick little social media hiatus. Who asked it? Ninja Legacy. Oh, thank you so much, Conceptor. Welcome. So I think what we're gonna do... Sorry. Is I'm gonna look up some Evangelion references and see if we can do something, because I also have a font for the Terra part. For the people who weren't there last week. The logo is for a concept called Exoterra. And please... Okay, I have all my fonts here, which is nice. See if we can do this. Oh wait. It would be cool to see if we could match up these. Thank you so much, Delara. So yes, this will be available later. It's also like a really good advice as well, Ninja Legacy. Looking at your work, like looking back at my work from like 2015 or something, like it makes me feel like a lot better. Yeah, it's also like I can see the Gundam reference as well. So one thing I would like to do here is see if we can like make this a little bit smoother or something. So let's grab this anchor point. And I'll just go back like this, and I'll grab the shape builder tool. Excuse me. And we can just... Oh wait, it wasn't really like properly synced up. Let me just do that over again. And to see what I'm doing, I'm gonna make this green and then I'll lower the opacity. This is actually okay. This is actually there, and this is also. Did you guys notice me struggling with the keyboard shortcuts at some point? Let's see. Let's do this one more time. So you don't want these like handlebars to like kind of overlap. I'm sorry, I need to adjust this for a little. I want to keep this one horizontal, but I don't want this one to surpass this one, because then you get like these, you know, it starts like bulging to the side, I guess. So what we want to do now is I actually want to go and maybe lower this anchor point a little bit. I'm just gonna lower this one as well. Maybe like here. I'm gonna use the other handlebar to snap it to the actual length of the path here, like this. A little bit lower. And then if we like go back down, we can sync this all together and we can delete this excess part. And this part still seems a little weird, so we'll just round this off. Alright. Looks a little bit odd, but I prefer it this way, I guess. So yeah, let's grab some references here. Let's see what it will look like. Now that I look at the full Evangelion logo, I'm not sure if we should go like this high, but let me just do that all over again. Sorry guys, because I am not too satisfied with it. I guess this one also like looks a little bit more like the other Evangelion thing, I guess. Let's see. Firstly, let's go with this thing and we'll do like a gradient. I just want to see what it will look like once we what do you mean? I want to see what it will look like once we actually apply the Evangelion effects. So we'll go with a 90-degree gradient here. Go with a stroke, a white one. And we'll put it to outer. And we'll go to the appearances panel, which is on the window appearances. Again, sorry that this is in Dutch. Didn't realize until I started the stream. And we'll add another stroke. We'll make that one black. That will make it bigger. Alright, alright. What's up, Druvo? And Adrian, thank you so much for your support, and I'm glad you like the icons. Alright, so this looks pretty cool. I'm not sure about the font though. Let's make a black background for a second. Obviously, we're gonna go and change this up a little bit later, but I just wanted to see what it would look like with the with like other fonts, I guess. And I'm gonna just reset all of this. like this. It's not really like a serif font, but we don't need to copy Evangelion that much. Do you think the A on the end of Terra needs to be more square? Yeah, because like if you look at the E and the N here, it's I might need to do a custom letter or a typeface for that. Wait, let me just grab my sketchbook here, because that's what we worked on last week, and see if there's something in there that we can use, because I actually do remember that we did something that's synchronized. Okay, I don't know if you can see this properly, but like, yeah, we could just use the word Terra there, and I use the A there to make it like symmetrical, if you know what I mean. Like, is it this one? Because because everything is like symmetrical, it's yeah, it would probably help if we let the Terra font like be symmetrical as well, right? Good point, Isaac. Universe. Maybe you can help me with this. Sad that there's like not a smaller letter T, because that will fill in these gaps here. Actually, I want to increase these. Actually, this like second stroke isn't even here. Oh. I like it, but I don't love it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep it here, make it invisible, and further. And the bad thing is probably that I don't have all of my fonts here on this computer, which I only can't. Yeah, this just occurred to me. This kind of looks like the font, except for the R would probably not look like that. kind of dig this. Definitely, and you know what we're gonna do now? I don't feel like finishing up the stream just yet, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go and tab here. I'm just gonna go browse Adobe fonts. See if we can find something cool. If not, we will move it on to a next stream, right? Let's just browse the packs. What's up, Ethan? What music playlist is this? This is Stream Beats Lo-Fi by Stream Beats official playlist. Glad you like it. I dig it too. Okay, so it looked pretty cool just now. I actually do like this font. I want to try something. Turnip. Okay, so we have Terra here. I'm gonna go with the italic one. Oh, sorry, I keep using print screens for some reason. Or doing print screens for some reason, sorry. Okay, what I want to do is I want to make the last one italic. Because that way it looks a little bit more like a block. And we lower the spacing between the letters. Okay, just outline this and I'm gonna flatten it. It looks a little bit too weird, right? What do you guys think? In the meantime, is there like the official Evangelion font that we can use? Oh wow, they have every font used in the series. That's really cool. You should bookmark this page. Really cool. What's up, Azrael? Welcome to the live stream and welcome to the channel. And I hope you will feel inspired to do something else. Try to make the T to italic and reflect it. Ooh. can try that. And then can we actually go into the minus with these widths? That's the question. We can only do one. That sucks. We have to do it manually. It looks better, but I think this is too bulky still. So let's see what happens if we put the normal turnip. A little bit too blocky, right? So Gatsby is actually suggesting Times New Roman. And what we can do is, I don't think it is actually Times New Roman. What we can try is see if we select all of these like things that are standing right out. We'll just make them longer ourselves. What's up, AA? The R is a little bit weird, like this. You can drop the middle part of the E as well to see what that looks like, but yeah, this is weird. But I actually preferred it like all the way up, but then it reminds me of Banguiat. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that font name, but let's see. Because we also have, this was the original font that I wanted to use. Maybe it's a little bit easier to use the same technique on a font like this. Did I do the pencil sketch already, Explorer? Yeah, I did. So I did that last week on Livestream actually. But you can watch it back on YouTube if you want to. And Joel, I don't speak. I think it is Spanish. So sorry, I'm not really sure what you mean. Let's see if we can bring this A down as well. So now if we drag these ones downwards. Like this. The A looks a little bit odd, doesn't it? Oh, was it Portuguese? Sorry. Oh, wait, should probably also make a guideline for this before I start doing this. Doesn't look even that bad, actually. Also, Gustavo, I am also not sure what you mean. I guess you're also speaking Portuguese. Let's see what happens if we put it into the logo here. I mean, I'll hide it, but or I'll put it in the. I'll keep it for now, but. I just think I want to do it into another direction. I want to go a little bit further away from the Evangelion thing. Perhaps with the sketch that I did, we can just digitalize it into another stream, because we're almost 2 hours in already. It can't be true, right? Okay. Wow. Yeah, we are. Damn. Alright, I guess I should wrap it up. Sorry guys, I need to go and get dinner soon. Or make dinner soon. So the Terraport will leave unfinished for now, because I kind of want to do that like in another stream or something. I want to take the time to do that and then do it properly, I guess. So let's go and play with the stroke a little bit. If we pick 15, and it's like kind of the same as the space here. We can also do like 7.5. I actually prefer to 15, because then all of the gaps are filled except for this one. Anyways, I do like this, and maybe what happens if we do like another stroke and then a really small one that's black, like in the middle. Oh, I actually like this. I do really like this. Okay, so now with the gradient. Also, like, I'm listening to the lo-fi beats myself, and I'm just vibing. You know, normally I do this in silence, which is really, but it's just so much better. Let's grab the gradient tool. Where is it? Oh, I should probably select this first, right? Yeah. Alright, I do like this. Let's delete the reference for a second. Alright, so this is what we came up with. I'm really happy with the result here. I'm just gonna post this on my Instagram a little bit later, so other people can see what we did here today. Yeah, fairly happy with the result actually, and this will be available on my Patreon. So guys, if you don't know, you can become a Patreon of our channel, and if you want to, you'll get access to all of the project files you'll get access to all of the project files from my tutorials, which is I think around 30 PSD files, Illustrator files, Cinema 4D files, After Effects files, whatever. There's a lot there. You'll also get a 15% discount in Dreadlabs web store, as well as an exclusive Discord role and a channel there. So yeah, if you want to become a patron and support me, that would be really great, because that will give me more opportunity to bring more and better content to you guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. There's that. If you want to get some asset packages for yourself, there's also Dreadlabs.net. You can find a lot of graphic design asset packages there. Overlays, textures, mockups, on top of my head, vectors, everything basically. But yeah, I guess I just want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Bye bye.